And now for something completely different. Okay, this is Marty Allen, whatever that is. Steve Allen. Now, this is a TV show called Love American Style from the 1970s. No, you perverts, they did not show dick or buttholes or anything like that. Actually, it was actually a fairly clean comedy. I mean, like, they didn't show any genitalia. Sorry to disappoint you, perverts. They had a lot of people on the show, like, people I don't know. Michael Anderson? I don't know that. Okay, so we have Edward Andrews. Yeah. Okay, he was on it. Who's Edward Andrews? Well, I'm about to show you. And
only
here we go.
12 years old, and they don't expect him to live.
And there he is, Edward Andrews.
They find the man who did it so they can give him what's coming to him.
How do you know it was a man?
Well, didn't you get that far? There was a witness.
Yeah, witness. Actually, he's the one that did it. Another guest star was... and no, they did not show her breasts. They did not show her topless or bottomless, I hate to say. But when... This is Joey Heatherton. She was on Love American Style. Boy, the Mormons really started short-stroking it to her. And people were buying Serta mattresses because she was the one that advertised it. But Joey Heatherton is still alive, I think. But everybody was in love with Joey Heatherton. I was living in Utah at the time, and like I said, the Mormons were going crazy over her. I mean, and of course, they got polygamy, so there was that.
I'm Joey Heatherton. The perfect sleeper mattress by Serta gives you firmness and comfort at the same time. It's the perfect combination for a great night's sleep.
Okay, Serta had some pretty good advertising, but I think the Simmons Beauty Rest was actually the best mattress I've ever slept on. Yeah, I had a Beauty Rest. Expensive, but was able to sell it for more money than I paid for it new. But anyway, got Love American Style, and she was on it. As were other people. Marine author, who the hell? Elizabeth Ashley. Elizabeth Ashley was in the movie Paternity with Burt Reynolds. Also, she was on Love American Style with Burt Reynolds. She was also in the movie Dragnet. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Who? Pamela Austin. Is she famous? Jim Bacchus, of course, we got Jim Bacchus. Who's Jim Bacchus? Well, here he is Mr. Magoo. Yeah. Kale, who? Sandy, what? Orson Bean? Warren, Shelley Burnt. I don't know these guys, sorry to say. Okay, Ted Bessel. Yeah. Now this guy is Ted Bessel. He was from That Girl and Gomer Pyle. And that's him right there, you know. Second from the left, Ted Bessel.
Here we go. Yep.
That's Sergeant Carter.
Opie, you all right?
And Opie Cunningham. Happy Days.
Sergeant Carter who's just in here?
Yeah, in the flesh, and he almost had us all.
Gee, Gomer, I'm sorry. Couldn't I go talk to the sergeant?
No.
And that's Ted Bessel on the left.
What we gotta do is get you out of here, and then we'll make a plan what we do next.
Look, one of us better get over to supply and get the mops and buckets, and the other two...
And that's Ted Bessel. Yeah. And he was in Love American Style. I didn't see that episode.
Hey, hold it! What are you guys doing?
What are we doing? Is that what you asked, Sergeant? What are we doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? What's in that can?
What's in the can? Is that what
That's
you
Jim
asked?
Neighbors.
What's in the can?
What is this, a minstrel show?
That's Frank
yes,
Sutton.
Mr. Bones, what's in the can?
Well, it's trash. Yeah, that's what it is. Trash. You know, trash. Papers, cigarette butts. Dust.
I know what trash is. Where are you taking it?
Well, we were taking it over to the dump, you know, to get rid of it.
Well,
At the
you're
dump.
going in the opposite direction. The dump ain't that way. The dump's back that way behind the mess hall. Don't you knuckleheads know that by now?
Well, Gomer thought this was going to be a shortcut. See, I told you, Gomer. Now, come on.
I don't need it. Oh, here we go. Ted Bessel. Okay, so speaking of Ted Bessel,
Hey, wait! Okay, now what have you got? What's in the bag?
What bag, Sergeant?
What bag? The bag you're carrying. What's in it?
Laundry.
Laundry.
Yeah, you know, laundry. Bed sheets,
Pillowcases?
towels.
I know what laundry is.
Well, that's where we were taking our laundry to. You know, to the laundry. You know where they do the laundry?
What, did you lose your sense of direction today? The laundry's back that way, stupid.
Oh, well, of course, yeah. Well, come on, Gomer. We better hurry.
and that was Ted Bessel. Yeah, Ted Bessel. Okay, then we have Bill Bixby. Yeah. So Bill Bixby, well, there he is there. Bill Bixby. Yeah. That's Tim Conway, Don Knotts, and Bill Bixby.
Howdy. Evening.
Okay. That was Bill Bixby. Yeah. He's no longer with us, I hate to say. And then we've got Tom Bosley. Yeah, he was in Happy Days.
Looks to me like he's got girl problems.
What makes you think you're so smart, Chuck?
Certainly not his grades from last semester.
Chuck is doing much better this year, dear.
Well, why shouldn't he? He's taking the same courses again. Right, Chuck?
Right, Dad.
You see?
Well, I gotta go to basketball practice.
Chuck, I've told you not to dribble in the house.
All right, Dad.
Sure glad he's not a shot putter.
And that was funny. Ha ha! Tom Bosley, comedian at large. That's you. And Beth Chelsea Brown? Kathy Brown. Hal Buckley? Okay, Red Buttons. Yeah, we got that. Red Buttons, yeah. And he was in this movie here.
An object of mythology and legend. If dragons exist enough for this book to know what parts of them to use for cures, then why the hell is he just now discovering this?
Okay, the one on the left, Red Buttons. That was his name, Red Buttons.
Cartilage keeps you thin. Dragon fat is for burns.
Okay, if dragon bits can do all this, and this book knows it, then why doesn't this universe possess an industry around hunting and harvesting dragons?
Crowns.
No one comes outside and tells these assholes to shut the f*** up. Movie spends 30 seconds listing different terms for money and occasionally things you can buy with money.
Watch the profits come rolling in.
They have literally been singing the same thing for 3 minutes. Yo, Chris, answer your damn phone. I have some
Okay, there's Red Buttons.
to say to you about this Pete's Dragon bull you made me watch. Stop screening my calls.
My medicine that's guaranteed to bring on puberty 2 years ahead of time.
Why the f*** would anyone want that?
Does he speak English?
Not at all, but he seems to have a limited understanding of English.
We'll bind him up, grind him up.
And these two bumbling idiots plan on doing this all by themselves.
That's Mickey Rooney and Helen Reddy.
They're deaf now. Hilarious.
This is the best time I've ever had in my whole life.
Before you were doing chores for people you hated, now you're doing chores for people you like.
On the side of the building, please, huh?
Yeah, Pete, get all that dry paint on that paintbrush on the side of the building.
Brazzle dazzle
Disney using gibberish as the hook of the movie's upbeat song cliche, a time-honored tradition. Alright, we've unevenly spread some crusty dried-up paint around on the front door. Now time to go upstairs by way of this pulley system and not the stairs. After Lampy opens the lighthouse door, the invisible dragon clearly came behind and shut it, because Lampy has to open it in this shot. Over a minute of window cleaning bull, including some mild ass play.
Okay. Okay, and then we got Ed Burns. Yeah. And who's Ed Burns? Well, let's see. This is from the movie Grease, and there's Ed Burns. Okay, here he is. Sid Caesar and somebody else. Ed Burns. Yeah, here we go. All right, Ed.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Okay, that was Ed Burns. Okay, let's see. Sid Caesar, and you just saw him. Yep, from the previous scene with Ed Burns in the movie Grease. Michael Callahan? Hamilton Camp? Frank Judy Carn? Okay. Pat Carroll? Jack Carter? Okay, Jack Cassidy. We're going to have to continue this in another video, but we'll start with Jack Cassidy because, unfortunately, he died in a fire many years ago. Okay, so let's see. What do we got? We got this jackass right here. Okay, what is this jackass? This rectum face.
And we're just going to pay a little visit on the folks here.
Okay, what does that jackass, this rectum face, and this SOB have in common?
Panhandler in military fatigues at a busy intersection in Tampa.
I saw a gentleman in uniform with a sign that said Army Veteran Homeless Needs Help. I realized pretty quickly that this was probably stolen valor.
He got out of his car to go face to face.
It was not stolen valor, you piece of shit. Okay, so what do these three jackasses got in common? We're talking Garrett Goodwin, Amy Gansopris, and that idiot Don Shipley. What do they have in common? They're perverts!